Okay, so if somebody is like listening to this right now and they're like, well, what are those symptoms? How do I know if I have these parasites if I'm not going to do testing? And I'm sure there's lots of symptoms. So why don't we go through some of that?
Sure. There are tons. I will list a few because I don't want to overwhelm anyone. One of the big ones is that I always ask my clients, this isn't symptom wise, but more like if you've traveled and gotten sick, whether you recovered from it or not, that's a very big one. And even if you didn't get sick, but you were in places like Mexico, Jamaica, you can pick up eggs. And then they just develop over time. That's a big one. The other one I always look for is rectal itching at nighttime and grinding your teeth at night. Parasites are nocturnal, so they're active at night. And they're a stress on the body. And one of the ways our body responds to stress at night is grinding your teeth. That's a very big one. Honestly, anxiety, depression. And that's why I say it gets very, very broad. So I don't want to freak anyone out, but really anything, skin conditions, autoimmune conditions, because they wreak havoc on the lining of the gut. Inflammation, just tons. So the ones I usually ask for, especially if someone's traveled, is rectal itching. That's a very big one. Right. Skin itching and grinding of the teeth. Those are my big ones.
Okay. Good to know.
You're like,
I'm like, I don't currently have any of those.
Your gears are grinding.
Yeah. Totally. I mean, it's the same thing when with autoimmune, for example, like autoimmune Hashimoto's, right? Trust me, when I was diving into that, I was like, there's a million symptoms. It's so broad, and it's so easy for somebody to listen to those symptoms and be like, oh yeah, I have that, and I have that, or I have this disease and I have this, this is why Google could be a scary place, because if you're searching up all this stuff, right? Yeah. You feel like you have everything and you're self-diagnosing. Yeah. Okay. So if we have parasites, what do we do? Where's the first place that we should start?
Honestly, working with someone, but outside of working with someone, I would never, ever recommend jumping into a cleanse without making sure that your drainage funnels are working properly. And by drainage funnels, I mean your exit paths. So your colon, like your bowels, your liver, your kidneys, your bile, your skin, your cells, all of these things have to be supported and working properly, because if you go in and you do a kill, you're releasing toxins. Anything these parasites are housing, they're holding tanks for heavy metals. So all these things are going to be released. If those systems are not working, you're going to feel like crap. There's no other way to say it. You are not going to feel good. So if you want to get rid of them, supporting the body first is your first step. That has to happen. And then there are some great companies. I use one specifically. I know you've used them before, Cellcore. They're a fantastic parasite cleansing supplement. You would go in and you would take the appropriate nutrients to do the kill. There are a lot of lifestyle things you can do as well. Castor oil packing, coffee enemas are fantastic.
Yeah, I have all the stuff to do coffee enema. Yeah. And I'm just like, do I do it? Yeah, I'm so hesitant. So resistant.
Cleansing too. I know it's scary. I get a lot of resistance too from clients. And once they try it and once they get over that initial hump of, oh my God, I'm scared, it's a game changer. And listen, I've been there, so I can really understand that. It's a weird thing to think about sticking coffee up there and then releasing everything. But everything that's encompassed within a coffee enema, so supporting your liver, your gallbladder, literally emptying your entire colon. So if there's any pathogens in there, and then you're enhancing your immune system with glutathione, it's producing that as well. So it's just such a great detox support, because your body is going through a lot during a cleanse.
For sure.
And then I would say you have to repair the gut. So it's one thing to remove what's destroying the gut, i.e. parasites is what we're talking about. Then you have to go in and you have to repair the damage. So all of your gut healing nutrients, your probiotic, your fish oil, whatever that is for you, which is going to be different for every person.
For sure. Okay. So let's just go back to coffee enemas for a second.
Yeah.
Have you ever had somebody that's done a coffee enema and it actually did the opposite effect and it constipated them?
No, because an enema, like you put something in and it's going to come out.
Right.
Like it's not going to get stuck. I will say I always warn my clients that once you do one, you're not going to go to the bathroom for the rest of the day because you're cleared.
Right.
So in terms of feeling maybe potentially constipated because you're used to going to the bathroom a couple times a day, you're not. You'll go to the bathroom the next morning and you'll have a nice bowel movement. And that's something that I've experienced. Like, because I used to be like, oh my God, I just ate lunch and dinner and I don't have to go to the bathroom.
Right.
That's just, I've cleared everything out. There's nothing to go.
Got it.
But I've like personally, I've never experienced that. I've never had a client experience that. And I don't think it's possible because the body's going to be like, that's not right. That has to go.
Right. Got it. Yeah. I mean, oh my God, I just got to do it. I really just have to do it. It's one of those things where it's come up so many times, especially in the past couple of months. And like I said, I have everything. And I've done colonics before. So like I've been through that process. I understand like the discomfort of it.
I think it's you doing it on your own.
Yes. Like the self-administration and like not really knowing what I'm doing for the first time. Yeah. That's where I'm like, I don't know about this.
I literally took a client on FaceTime up to my bathroom, showed her my enema bag and everything she had to do because she was so nervous. I'm like, I will walk you through it because I get how traumatizing it can be. Let me show you how. Like we get real personal.
Okay, I love it. I know you have your clients send like their stool sample and like parasite pictures and are like, look what came out.
And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, totally. It's something to be celebrated. And I know some people might think that that's really weird and crazy, but you have to think about it. Like if you're working with somebody and you're going through this healing protocol and it's intense and it's uncomfortable and you're new to it, like who else are you going to share that with, right? And if questions arise or if something looks strange, like, you have to be willing to be open with your practitioner and share that because like you're going to be able to best guide them. So
exactly. I actually had one client, she's like, I cannot believe I am sending you a picture of my stool. And I was like, get used to it.
Yeah, I know.
Like, welcome to working with me.
Totally. Yeah, no, I love that. I think that's really, really great.
She's actually the one client who was not excited about doing coffee enemas and now is like, I love it. Like I feel energized and I feel light and I feel less bloated. And she's like, and I love the process. Her first one was rough because if you go too fast, you can get cramping and it'll subside. And I was like, that's enough for me to be like, I'm never going to do it again. But she did it again, went really slow. And she's like, I love it.
Awesome. That's great. Yeah. I have some friends that do it like on the regular, like it's part of their weekly routine. Okay. 2022. We're recording this in 2021, but 2022, I will implement coffee enemas. Yeah.
You know how you said it keeps like showing up for you?
Yes.
That was me in parasite cleansing. It literally kept showing up for me. And every time I would talk about it, my heart would race. And I'm like, oh my God, okay, I got to do it. I got to just dive in.
I'm going to do it.
I will support you through it if you need it.
Thank you. Yes, I will 100% need the support.